Good day to all of us. I am happy that we are now in our quarter 4, for it only means that we are about to finish all our activities in Music 8 for the whole year round. Again, I am Teacher Grady, your teacher broadcaster from Santa Ana National High School, who will guide you to learn the Chinese theater Peking opera. I know that you already gained knowledge about the topic during your previous module and ready to explore more features about this theater play. Are you excited to learn more on the music accompaniment used in Peking opera? Can you determine the emotion or feeling being expressed in this music? Do not worry, for we will be learning it all. To know more about the topic, we must also learn about our target learning competency that needs to be achieved at the end of this lesson, which is describes how a specific idea or story is communicated through music in a particular Asian musical theater. For you to be guided with our lesson, here are the objectives. Describe different story or idea expressed in Chinese Peking opera and play the instrumental tunes used to accompany the idea or story of Chinese Peking opera. Are you ready? Then let's get started. To begin, let me know first if you know how to describe your emotion. I am asking you to draw an emoticon that will describe the following: happy, sad, frightened, excited, angry, and in love. Draw your answer on a sheet of paper. You may start now. Time is up. Can you raise your work? Wow! I am happy to see different emoticons in your paper. Now, let me ask you some questions. Can you enumerate again the emotion or feeling you drew? Say something about it. Is it possible to describe or express these feelings through music? Defend your answer. Peking opera was considered as the highest form of arts in China, wherein speech, singing, mime, and acrobatics are performed to an instrumental accompaniment. The instruments are divided into two: the wenshang, civil division, which is mainly there to accompany singing featuring the string instruments, and the wushang, military division, whose music is to accompany acting, dancing, and fighting, featuring the percussion instruments. Basically, music accompaniment is used to describe a specific story or idea of the play. But the music played by the Peking opera musicians is not created by a composer. It is based on sets of traditional, codified tunes, with the singing mainly following two sets of tunes: Shipai, which is the tunes used to express an excited mood, such as happiness, anger, and agitation. Another, Arwong, which is the tunes used to express a subdued mood and deep thought such as loss, sorrow, and melancholy. The stories of Chinese Peking opera come from the history of China that includes tales from dynasties, historical events and stories about emperors, ministers, and beautiful women. Among are these 5 popular stories of Chinese Peking opera. First, Farewell, My Concubine. The story is about Shang Yu, who battled for the unification of China against Liu Bang. In the play, Shang Yu is surrounded by Liu Bang's forces and was about to defeat him. He calls to his horse and pleads to run away, but the horse refuses. So, he then calls for his favorite concubine, Consort Yu, who begs to die alongside her master after realizing their situation. Shang Yu strongly refuses. Second, Drunken Beauty. The extraordinarily beautiful young Yuan was the favorite concubine who had arranged to meet Emperor Ming. However, the emperor lets her down, going instead to another princess. The situation made her upset and starts to drink alone and sad. Third, the heavily made Scatter's Blossoms. This play is also known as Fairy Maiden Scatters Flowers, who was ordered by the Buddha to scatter blossoms in Vimalakirti near Desa's room to test his faith. The heavily made scatters the blossoms in front of him and proclaims the Buddha's word before she returns to the West. Fourth, Lady Wang Zhaojun Goes Beyond the Frontier. The story is about Wang Zhaojun in the Han Dynasty, who was endowed with both beauty and intelligence but did not pay bribes to the painter in the palace. That is why her portrait was painted badly. She was never visited by the emperor because of that. Until one day, Wang Zhaojun was playing sorrowful melodies on pipa, a Chinese stringed instrument, to display her lonely emotion. The music attracted the emperor, and her beauty was revealed. The last story is Lady Bulgying Takes Command. This opera is generally billed as Bulgying Takes Command of the Troops, and was the last play of Mei Lanfang. When the Lord of West Sha starts a rebellion, the 50-year-old female General Bulgying takes command of the troops and puts aside her personal hurt despite her family having been treated unfaithfully. Still, she returned to the battlefield with her husband and her children. While learning the popular stories of Chinese Peking opera, were you able to identify the mood or idea it expresses? How? Now, let us try if you could identify the emotion or feeling of the Chinese Peking opera. Going to the 5 popular stories, analyze the emotion or feeling being expressed. Draw an emoji that corresponds to your answer and identify what specific tunes should be applied. Complete this table. Everybody, stop answering now. I know that you were able to draw the emoticons based on your own understanding. For your performance task, I want you to look into the sample arrangement of the musical notes based on the 2 tunes of Chinese Peking opera. Practice playing the Chakai and the Arwong tunes by refreshing your mind on how to produce sounds based on the musical notes. Follow what to use in producing the sounds. Do not forget to secure a video of your output and send it to your teacher. Have fun while doing it. Always remember that Peking opera was considered as the highest form of arts in China, performed to an instrumental accompaniment where instruments are divided into Wenshang, Civil Division, and Wushang, Military Division. Two sets of tunes that accompany story or mood of Peking opera. Shapai tunes, happiness, anger, and agitation. And Erewhon tunes, loss, sorrow, and melancholy. You have successfully learned Chinese Peking opera and its stories. Always remember that each of the stories or ideas can be expressed through music accompaniment to understand it better. Congratulations! You have accomplished this module and you did a great job. Once again, this is Teacher Grelly, your teacher broadcaster. God bless and stay safe.